Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan here, and I'm going to talk about the Green Bay Packers draft and why everyone is just hating on them for, a reason. I mean, I understand why people are hating on them. So first, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to say why people should hate it, why people should dislike this draft. We didn't draft a receiver, which was our biggest need. Inside linebacker, receiver were two biggest needs, for sure. Maybe right tackle, some people could debate that. However, we didn't draft a receiver in the first, second, third, heck, the entire draft, right? Inside linebacker, we drafted one in the 5th round, right? Right tackle, we kind of picked one in the 6th round. Most of them are guards, and one of them is a center, so I wouldn't really call them tackles, but they could play tackle probably. And one thing I kind of want to, play devil's advocate for is that we could have got better value with our first round draft pick. Sure, we could have got Patrick Queen, right? A lot of people like Patrick Queen, and including me, I love Patrick Queen. In 2nd round, we could have got Josh Jones, which would fill that right tackle need. 3rd round, then maybe we can go running back, right? I mean, AJ Dobbins probably not AJ Dobbins. I didn't even remember his name. But I definitely know his initials are AJ, so I'm just gonna AJ Dillon. That's what it was. AJ Dillon. In the 3rd round. Then we could just go the 5th round and then pick the same guys we picked, and maybe a receiver, right? That's what people wanted out of this draft. People didn't want a people didn't really want anything else, really. And one thing I kind of notice about Packer fans, we're kind of narrow-minded. We don't really look at the big picture. And, I'm not calling anyone out here, right? I'm a Packer fan. I'm a die-hard Packer fan. I was born in a Packer, sheath, all right? I'm a Packer fan from heart. My dad was a huge Packer fan. And basically, what I kind of get out of this franchise is that we pick best player available, usually. And I kind of want to detour you guys to last year's draft. We picked Rashawn Gary, Darnell Savage, and we picked Elgton Jenkins. All 3 of them filled a need. Maybe not Rashawn Gary, but definitely Darnell Savage and Elgton Jenkins. A lot of people are arguing this year, we didn't really draft a guy who fit one of our needs. And I personally disagree with that. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, and I don't care. Leave your hate comments below. I don't mind. The reason why our draft was actually a success this year, first of all, we could have potentially just gotten Aaron Rodgers' replacement. All right? Jordan Love is just not a quarterback that you see every single year. All right? You kind of have to just pull the trigger on a quarterback that you really like. And if worst comes to worst, we can easily trade him for a first-round draft pick and get that pick back later. And I know that might suck for a lot of people. People are like, Patrick Queen, Patrick Queen, Patrick Queen. Look, do you really want another injury-prone linebacker? Seriously? So, you want an injury-prone linebacker who's really good, by the way. Yeah, he's really good. But we already have Christian Kirksey, right? Who's pretty injury-prone already. I guarantee you, Christian Kirksey and Patrick Queen, same level. They're the same level player. Hit me with something different. We haven't seen Patrick Queen in the NFL. How the heck are we supposed to know how he could be? He could be a bust. All right? Jordan Love could be a bust, right? AJ Dillon could be a bust. Guess what, though? You guys don't know that. You guys don't know anything. All right? We think that we know everything about everything. All right? We don't. Okay? Gutekunst, Matt LaFleur, know way more about the roster than we do, okay? We just identify needs and say, this player, this player, this player. If we don't pick those players, I'm going to be pissed and I'm going to comment hate comments. That's just how we think, okay? That's just how humans think, all right? Cold hard truth. It hurts. I know. Trust me, it does. But Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur know way more about the roster than we do, all right? We just have to trust them on this. And I know a lot of people are like, well, how can we trust them? They didn't fill any needs. We filled all those needs in the offseason, didn't we? We signed a right tackle, we signed a middle linebacker, and we signed a receiver. Weren't those our three biggest needs. And if Gutekunst thinks that those three needs are filled, why target them in the draft? He didn't think that we needed an inside linebacker. He didn't think we needed a receiver, and he didn't think we needed a right tackle, early at least, right? We just kind of have to trust the Packers organization here. And I know that might be hard for a lot of us to do, but I venture to say I think they know what they're doing. All right, they're smart people. I know Matt LaFleur. I know Brian Gutekunst. They assembled a roster last year that went 13-3. All right, they know what they're doing. Okay, we went to the NFC Championship game, which, yes, we got completely destroyed by the 49ers. Here's the thing, though. 49ers are not going to be the same team next year. We're not going to get demolished by them again. You know why? Because the 49ers also lost talent. The 49ers decided to draft a receiver who wasn't even that great, and a defensive tackle, even though they have a bajillion of them on their roster. What happened to Solomon Thomas, by the way? Seriously, what happened to him? Like, they picked him 3rd overall. Like, this amazing stud pass rusher. He hasn't done squat in the NFL. And you're calling Jordan Love a bust? Guys, this kid, legit, go look everywhere. He is the 2nd to 3rd ranked quarterback in this draft. A lot of people have him 3rd, all right? Above Justin Herbert, who was taken 6th overall. So, Packer fans, why are we complaining about our draft? Why are Charger fans complaining about getting Justin Herbert, who I think is going to be a bust? All right? He's a bust. Total bust, right? Why are we complaining about getting Jordan Love, who legit could be the best quarterback out of this draft? That's my counter argument to you guys. Why? Why hate Jordan Love? Who else could have we gotten there who would benefit the roster more? A lot of people just said Patrick Queen. But like I said before, do we want a experimental linebacker who maybe will pan out, maybe won't? A lot of upside, but has problems. Do we really want that? And just put another linebacker in there with Christian Kirksey? 2 injury-prone inside linebackers? Do we really want that, guys? I mean, I don't, personally. I think we should get Oren Burks a shot, or heck, even Ty Summers a shot. I know people are saying, Ty Summers was a 7th-round pick. Oren Burks was a 3rd-round pick. I still don't think they don't deserve a shot to at least do something, right? Now let's go to probably my favorite pick of the draft, honestly, is A.J. Dillon. The reason why I like this pick so much, and I know I'm contradictory because I forgot his name in the beginning. I understand that, guys. But A.J. Dillon, just watching his tape, he reminds me of Derrick Henry and Eddie Lacy, had a baby. That's what this guy reminds me of, all right? Look how productive Eddie Lacy was when he was in his prime of his career. Don't you want that again? Seriously, I don't understand this. And he substitutes for a good receiver. No one talks about this. Having a good running back is almost like a substitute to a good receiver. Because instead of throwing the ball, you can just hand it off. Plus, when teams see A.J. Dillon in the game, they're going to think we're going to run the ball. Because they see this 248-pound running back in the backfield. Don't you think they're going to think we're going to run the ball? Now, people will say, well, they have Aaron Rodgers, so they don't think they're going to run the ball. But last year we did that, didn't we? So, I like the A.J. Dillon pick. Now, the pick that I'm not going to defend is the tight end 3rd round. That was stupid, all right? Straight up. I thought we could have gotten a tackle there or an offensive lineman. I would have been super happy with that. But then again, our tight end, Jay Sternberger, is not a great blocker. So, we needed a blocking tight end, I guess. But what about Mercedes Lewis? He's kind of a blocking tight end. So, he's actually primarily a blocking tight end. So, I don't know why we picked him. Arguaye or something with it like that. I don't remember his name. It's like Arguaye or something. I don't remember. And the 5th-round pick, the inside linebacker. These picks are just kind of useless, right? Honestly, any pick between 5th, 6th, and 7th round is just pretty much depth at that point. So I'm not going to grade the Packers having bad picks in the 5th or 6th, 7th round because there's no one really that great there, all right? All the good guys have already been picked. You can maybe find a few gems, but it's very rare. It's very unlikely. So, basically, people are completely crapping on the Packers when I think this was one of the better drafts. If you want my honest opinion, we traded up and we got our guy. We got Jordan Love. Guys, let that sink in. We got Jordan Love. The guy who can literally sling it 60 yards down the field when his feet are not parallel to his receiver. Off his back foot, can sling it 60 yards. Last time I saw a quarterback do that is Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. This kid is special. And I'm telling you, come back in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, to see how right I really am. This kid is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. And I promise you that. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. It's just my personal opinion. And then A.J. Dillon, I don't know. We'll see. I think he's going to be a really good running back, in my opinion. And I think he's a nice compliment to Aaron Jones. We put Aaron Jones in whenever we need, a fast little sprinter. And we put A.J. Dillon in whenever it's 3rd and 1 or we're at the goal line. Makes a lot of sense to me. And I think A.J. Dillon is just as valuable as a receiver. I mean, what receiver could we take in the late 2nd round who's been, decent? There's really no one there. A lot of them were projected to 3rd or 4th round, which would be a reach. People say A.J. Dillon was a reach. I'm not so sure about that. There was a lot of running back reaches in the 2nd or 3rd round. So I wouldn't really call it a reach. I really wouldn't. So all I'm going to say is this, guys. RELAX. Relax. We're gonna be fine. Okay? We're talking about a team who went 13-3 last year. We didn't really lose any pieces. If anything, I think we upgraded at the middle linebacker spot, inside linebacker. And I think we upgraded our running back position in the draft. And I think our right tackle position might be a little bit worse. But I think we also improved our receiver thing. And to the people who think we should have drafted a receiver, if you want to win now, that's the worst thing that you can do. Aaron needs time to develop chemistry with his receivers. Look at Devontae Adams for a while. No chemistry whatsoever. I understand Devontae Adams had catch issues in 2014, 2015. I understand that. But also the chemistry was just not there. But then in 2016, the chemistry was there. Automatically just came in. And I think something similar is going to happen to Allen Lazard. I think MVS is done. I don't think he's going to play too much next year, and I think Equanimeous St. Brown is also kind of the same way. I'm not huge fans of those two guys. I love Allen Lazard though, and I like Devin Funchess. A lot of people are like, Devin Funchess is just an overweight receiver. The guy used to be a tight end. Of course he's overweight, but that also means that he's going to be a great blocker. So it just shows me that this team is not the Green Bay Packers of old. We're not just going to try to go all out on receivers and give Aaron Rodgers tons of receivers, because at the same time, why invest so much at the position? We're getting to a point where we can literally just run the ball down defense's throats. I don't know if you guys realize that. That's how Tennessee won. Against the Patriots, against the Ravens, against the Texans in Week 17. That's literally how they won. Ryan Tannehill did squat. He did nothing, all right, to help them win those games. And I think we're looking at a very similar thing with the Packers. Because if we can just run the ball, why have a receiver? That's good. Why have an inside linebacker? That's good. If we can control clock and make sure our defense doesn't get on the field. And yeah, exactly. I just don't get it. And a right tackle, which we filled that position with Wick Wagner. I understand a lot of people don't like him, but I think Wick Wagner is okay. And a lot of the Packer O-line success is because of our amazing O-line coach. So I wouldn't even say that that's really that big of a deal. Overall, guys, I'm going to end it here, but overall, just be calm. We're going to be okay, guys, all right? We need to trust Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst. All right, we need to trust them. Come back in a year, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words. I'll own up to it. But I think that we're way overreacting. And maybe it's because of, the thing that's going on right now. Maybe. But I don't think that this draft was as bad as people think it is. If we get a franchise quarterback out of this draft, every other pick does not matter. Plain and simple. Also, we did a ton of stuff in last year's free agency. So people expecting us to do the same amount of stuff in this year's free agency was just delusional because we didn't have the cap space to do any of that stuff. We don't really have the cap space to pay another receiver right now, and I don't want that to happen, right? People say, well, get a receiver cheap. Okay, I'm gonna be going on until like freaking, what time is it? Like 11:30 if I keep talking. So I have to end it here, guys. But I really do hope that a lot of you rethink your analysis and really think about that you're not the one making the pick. You don't know much about the roster. You might think you know a lot about the roster. You really don't. Maybe Christian Kirksey becomes a superstar, right? We just kind of have to assume that stuff right now. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.